In the darkness, aim your questions at God, not man. How do we face our darkest days? Well, in all things, in every situation, we're to look at Yeshua. Take our cues from him. So on his darkest day, in Matthew 27, we hear the anguish and the pain in Yeshua's voice. Matthew 27:46 says, about the 9th hour, Yeshua cried out with a loud voice saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is, my God, why have you abandoned me? When some of those standing there heard it, they began saying, this man is calling for Elijah. People thought that he was calling out for man's help, that he was calling out for Elijah, but he was calling on the Father. He's calling out the opening verse of Psalm 22, the Psalm of David. It says, my God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from helping me? And from the words of my groaning, oh my God, I cry in the daytime, but you don't hear, and in the night season, and am not silent. All those who see me, verse 7, ridicule me. They say, he trusted in the Lord. Let him rescue him. Let him deliver him, since he delights in him. But you are he who took me out of the womb. I was cast upon you from birth. Don't be far from me, for trouble is near. Verse 16. The congregation of the wicked has enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. I can count all my bones. They look and stare at me. But you, O Lord, do not be far from me. O my strength, hasten to help me. Yeshua demonstrated what the psalmist repeatedly demonstrated, that in the midst of our own pain and our own agony, in the midst of our confusion, in the darkest darkness, that we can cry out to the Lord without having to couch our words in a spiritual veneer. And the pain is so blinding that it's all you can see. We can bring that rawness and the realness of our emotions to him and know that he hears. The reality is the Father had not forsaken Yeshua. Psalm 22:24 says, he has not despised nor disdained the affliction of the afflicted one, nor has he hidden his face from him. But when he cried to him, he heard. But Yeshua, in his humanity, fully expressed to the Father the pain and the agony that the fullness of sin upon him brought with it. In the deepest of darkness, a weight of darkness that none of us can imagine, a darkness that is deeper than your deepest depression and despair, we have Yeshua's example pointing us in the right direction. That when you're in the middle of heartbreaking helplessness and hopelessness, when you're fully convinced that you've lost touch with heaven, and you're confused by your loneliness, aim your hard questions at God, not at man. Because in life's darkest hours, there are usually no human beings with adequate answers. We can analyze, we can try to sympathize, but limited minds and feeble answers can never satisfy us with the presence we seek. Because what we long for is God himself, not answers. So cry out to God. He's not afraid of your hard questions. He doesn't mind your complaints. And though he may seem absent, he's never far away. Aim your hard questions at God, not at people. He's the only one that is and has the answers.